welcome. You're watching India Today with me, Nabila Jamal. Today's special is all about fitness during the lockdown period. It's difficult while staying at home. You have unfettered access to food. Your gyms are shut. No choice but to sit at home, and our habit to go on munching. It's difficult to actually stay slim and fit during this lockdown phase, which is why we have our experts, people who've been there, done that, but yet are keeping fit during this lockdown phase. Let's find out from them, how do they do this? Raveena Tandon, top Bollywood actor, joins us to give us her routine from start to end. We have Kunal Kohli as well joining us, our top Bollywood director, to give his routine. We've seen his workout videos, quite inspiring. We also have joining us Nawaz Modi, who is a Bollywood fitness trainer. She's been great with giving us several videos and tidbits on how to keep fit during this lockdown. Of course, Pooja Makhija joining us, our celebrity nutritionist, to give us a diet tip or two. Let's quickly start with Raveena. Raveena, thank you for speaking to us. If you could take us through your routine from start to end, how is it that you stay so fit as a fiddle even during this lockdown? Give us your routine.
Tough, and when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That is my mantra. It has been a sad tragedy that has enveloped the world in this completely global crisis that I call it. It's with everybody. So I think this is not only for us here, our Deshwasis. I think we've got experts on the panel who can advise everyone, and it's something which is just creditable as to how everyone's actually keeping themselves going. Well, what I do is from morning to night is, yes, definitely watch my food, as Pooja over there will vouch for it. She knows how incredibly scary I am. Whereas when it comes to food, I'm little obsessed about watching my food. And another person who knows that I make the most out of any situation is Nawaz over there on the panel, who, even when we are on holiday, Nawaz is taking us through this rigorous workout wherever we are, whether we are, camping together in Alibag, or we are in South Africa, or anywhere, any part of the world. So these two make sure that I don't miss out on anything for sure. And Kunal is always there with his inspirational videos and with his extra wisecracks, which we all enjoy always. So laughter.
So I see, Raveena, that each one of them are influencing you, motivating you, but all of them, when they're there right in front of you or coordinating with you when are out, is still different. To be seated at home at a stretch for over a month, it's difficult to motivate yourself, ain't it?
Like I said, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So I think it's all in the mind, and you make the most out of everything. We wake up in the mornings and, have a healthy breakfast. I see to it that the kids are eating healthy. They're watching, what they're eating as well. Yes, we do have our Sundays, which is the day when we all go crazy with our binges. Today we had Oreo milkshakes. Pooja is nodding a big no, I think, over there already. But that 1.5 hour workout that we do, which we make the most of it with all the equipment that we have at home. We don't have extensive gyms at home, but whatever space that you have, for example, we all go up onto the terrace, even though it's not a very huge terrace, but we put on our, counter meters or our milometers or kilometer thingy on, I don't want to take the brand name, so whatever. But, and we make sure that we do at least 4 to 6 kilometers a day. That is running, walking. That's like a warm up. Then we do our crunches, then we do the upper body, then we do the lower body. Depends what circuit we are doing or tackling that day. So I think, and everyone works together. I feel a family that works out together, stays together. So it's all 4 of us. We've got our music on and we're all working out. We're cracking jokes, we're inspiring each other, and we're keeping ourselves going.
Great. All right. We're going to come back to you on the diet that you possibly follow. But yeah, Kunal, go on. Right over to you.
Yeah, first I must say that Raveena was sounding like a Surat Ghar Jate film. Family that works out together.
I'm saying now, but my life has always been like that. Kunal, there come your wisecracks. That's what I was waiting for.
Go on, Kunal.
But yes, the amazing thing is that in this horrible time, the only thing we've been asked to do is stay at home. So we need to stay at home. But we need to stay fit. We need to distract ourselves. We need to work. We need to eat right. So in all that, you got to find various ways to do it, because I just have one old woolworker which I bought as a joke, and I sent one to Nawaz's husband Gautam because we were talking about it once in a party, and I found it online. And I said, okay, this is like a fun thing, it's from our childhood. We used to have these woolworkers, and everyone used to use it, things like that. And I found it online, and I just bought it, and it was just lying at home rotting. Now I've taken it out, and I started using it for when I want to do weights, because I don't have weights at home, so I use that. Then I went online and looked out for things that could be used as home hacks, a dining table to go under and then do pull-ups, which was really amazing. And then just so many videos like Tabata, which is really helpful because it gives a full body workout and it's really strenuous. The first time I did it, a 30-minute workout, I took 50 minutes to do it because it was that difficult. I kept pausing it and my daughter was laughing at me like, come on, you can't pause the video, you're supposed to go. I said, wait, I can't keep up. It's too much. But
is that
that's
the table
fun.
right behind you, Kunal? Is that the one that you used to?
yes, that was the one. And then Nawaz called me one day and said that, do you want to get onto my Instagram and just share some ideas? I said, yeah, sure. Why not? Let me see how much time I have from my busy schedule, which is not that busy.
It is quite inspiring. You're motivated to the number of sets. Who pushes you? Your daughter, who's at home, who actually is the one motivating you constantly? It's easy to be lazy on your couch watching your favorite for a movie maker.
The one thing that pushes me is the Battle of the Bulge. And if I even put on a little bit of weight, I get nervous. So I think that's what motivates me, my own stomach.
All right, let's quickly go over
Kunal is not going to take his family's name because he just called me a Suraj Bar Jatya film. So he's going to make sure he doesn't put his family in. Arey, Suraj ki jaisi picture bhi banana shuru kar de, Kunal.
Nawaz, we say that you've got them really light and happy more than anything. More than fit, you've also got them happy. Look at them feeling all light and easy. This is what a workout at home does to you, is it?
Yeah, so, the thing is that fitness really starts, fitness really starts in the mind first. Whatever it is that you desire, you conceptualize in the mind actually happens in our life. Every single thing, who you are, how you are, the job you do, the friends you keep close to you, who you married, the children you have, everything was first conceptualized up here, and then it becomes your reality because that thought becomes your word becomes your action, and then it materializes into whatever you want. So that sort of mental, emotional, psychological fitness is as critically important as fitness and health and immunity. No matter how many salads you eat or what workouts you do, if you're not fit and healthy up here, nothing is going to go right. So this is critically important.
Absolutely.
Exercise does release the happy hormones, the serotonins and dopamines and endorphins. So that is very critical. And there are lots and lots of things you can do at home. Kunal has shown us things on tables. You can use chairs, beds. It's not only pull-ups, it's the tricep dips, all sorts of things you can do. There's really no limit. Bench pressing. I use my daughter to actually work out with for resistance. You can use band workouts, give you a fabulous full body workout. Example, band right there. And you know what? If you don't have one, use a dupatta. Everyone has one at home. Here, see, I've knotted one up. If you don't have a dupatta at home, you don't have a female at home, use a male scarf, a male shawl. And there are so many other things. You don't have weights, it's okay. Use a bottle of Bisleri water. Larger one for heavier weights, smaller one for lighter. You can strap them together even for more resistance.
Right.
And just one more thing I want to add, which is very important, which we're not focusing on, is of course food immunity. I'm sure Pooja will touch on, so I won't. But what's really important is that we're disregarding the importance of stretching.
Right.
Not too often. It's not that critical, but we lose a lot of mobility these days. We're not going out and about. I mean, where do you go? From your bedroom to your drawing room? So you lose flexibility. And when you do, you lose that mobility and flexibility. You become a lot more prone to injury.
True.
May I just add to what Nawaz said, which I think is wonderful, that stretching is something that we do not give enough importance to. Mm-hmm. The other thing that is very important, which I shared when I went on the video with Nawaz, was just simple things like getting up and going and getting a glass of water.
Right.
Getting up and getting the boat yourself. These basic small things, if we do it, it'll really go a long way. And even when we're binge watching TV for a long time, just get up and sit down, or just stand up and watch an episode for a while. Just keep the mobility going.
Well, most of them don't have house help either. It's the lockdown period, your house help are away. So this is possibly the right time that you get busy doing your own household chores. That way you get to get up off your couch, some movement. All right, stretches are important.
Yeah, totally, you guys, because there'll be a lot more divorces otherwise.
All right. Let me go over quickly to Pooja. Pooja, take us through. You did say something quite interesting. In an attempt to flatten the COVID-19 curve, let's not increase our body curve. Right? Yeah. So how do we get going with regards to keeping fit during the lockdown? It's so easy. We're predisposed to the kind of food and gaining weight. It's just so easy to be sluggish through the day. You don't know when day happens, night comes in, vice versa. So what's your tip or two to keep that weight, maintain it?
So while basically all of us are locked in because we have no choice, and that's the only way we can flatten the curve. But because we are so cooped up inside and so stressed up that we are inside and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, we are resorting to means of busting the stress and fighting ambiguity by tickling our tongue and eating more things that please our taste buds rather than actually nurture our bodies, which is why while flattening the COVID curve, we are going to curve our flat that we've created and worked so hard to get to a lifestyle or change all the curves and bulges of our body.
Right. Pooja, I'm going to come back to you on what are the things that we could do at home to avoid binge eating. It's so natural for us to reach out to whatever we have. This is the time we've stocked up. And most of our stock are all high-calorie foods, right? And this is the time that you've got to show some restraint and resolve, like Prime Minister Modi has also mentioned. Let's go over to Raveena. Raveena, your take on how you restrain and resolve. How do you not touch those munchies right before you? Your kids are around, you've got to treat them, but you've got to restrain from it.
I believe that when, this whole lockdown happened and when we did go to stock up a bit, though thankfully we are getting a regular supply of food and groceries here and vegetables in Bandra where I live, so it's not such a tough thing to do. But when we did stock up a bit, we made sure that we stayed away from all the high calorie stuff. So for snacks, we are giving the kids popcorns and makhanas and, stuff that is healthy, which Pooja will guide you on to. And I think it's basically stay positive is what the mantra should be, and trying to resist is a tough thing, because when you're at home and you're bored, you automatically start reaching out to extra calories and extra binge eating and stuff. But I think if you keep yourself busy, if you keep yourself doing things and stock up your refrigerator with all healthy snacks, like you open my refrigerator and there's a full platter of salad always laid out with the yummiest yogurt dips or whatever. And so the kids automatically don't go to things that are high calorie. I think the best thing is don't bring it in the house. That is my mantra.
But if you have to feed your children, it's hard for you not to touch it. You've got to feed them tasty snacks. But how do you restrain?
The day they know that they've binged a little on extra stuff, they work it out as well. So that's the good part.
All right, Raveena, do you check your weight very often? How do you monitor it?
I don't. I actually don't. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But there are times when I know I should not be checking my weight, because then I'm going to be in a bad mood the whole day. So I stay off the scale. But when I know I'm feeling light and I'm feeling fit and everything, and I know it's going to add that extra zing to my day, I step on the scale and I say, okay, I've reached here. Now whether I've got to go a few more kilos up or down. So I'm not so habitual on the scale.
All right, so that's probably your way not to be obsessive about your weight, because there's also a saying that you become over obsessive about something and then your results never show. Right. Let's go over to Kunal. Kunal, how do you keep your weight in check apart from your workouts? It's hard not to reach out to those snacks when your kids are having it, your family members are indulging, and you want to refrain from that. It's not easy. Any hacks that you have, a trick or two up your sleeve? Like, I know a few who drink 2 glasses of water just to be half full before their meal.
Oh, that's a good one. Thank you. But I think Raveena Tandon has no problems because she has one of the most beautiful faces that Bollywood has ever seen. So a kilo here or there will never.
Sending you a big heart. Sending you out a big heart.
So yeah, but what the mantra that I follow is that every second bite will taste the same. So the taste is not going to change in the second bite or the third bite. So I keep trying to tell myself that, so then you could just have, but in moderation. Because I believe, and I'm not a dietitian like Pooja, and she will not like me for saying this, but that's just what makes me work, and is that, what works for me is that every bite tastes the same, so I don't deprive myself of anything, but I have it in moderation. And sometimes just 1 or 2 bites and then stop. And just tell myself, it'll all taste the same, it'll taste the same, it'll taste the same. So just take 2 bites and stop.
So this is how you tell yourself, you speak to yourself. But if you have to give us your diet plan from morning to evening, what are the regular dishes that you indulge in?
Okay, so I try and do carbs in only 1 or 2 meals in a day. On a Sunday, carbs in 2 meals a day. Otherwise, carbs in just 1 meal a day.
Okay.
I'm not a dietitian, so guys, do not take me seriously.
No,
That's not my domain.
well, you're fit, so we'll take your word for it.
Yeah, so I try and restrict carbs and just do carbs in 1 meal. Different days, over different days, I choose a different meal. And that's it. And then when I even have rice, then I just limit it to 1 katori of rice. I measure it and say, okay, no more. The second one is not happening. Have a lot more dal, have a lot more vegetables, stuff myself more with vegetables and dal and chicken or anything, but definitely not the second katori or the second serving of rice.
All right, strict portion control that you follow. Raveena, breakfast, lunch, dinner, what's on your platter?
Well, our breakfast is a lot of avocado, toast, juices, fruits, etc. Lunch is actually very simple, always dal, bhaji, roti, and so is dinner. But yes, we do change, like sometimes there'll be a Chinese cuisine. Not exactly the things one has to say. Chinese cuisine, as in the Chinese fried rice and Chinese stuff, and because nowadays everyone's passing these videos on as to what people are eating. But mostly we try and bring about a change so that even children are happy with the kind of food that they're getting, even though they're at home. So sometimes there's pasta, there's either some kind of French cuisine. So we're trying to make it interesting for them every day. But yes, of course, a lot of vegetables and a lot of, but less carbs at night. And soup every evening, as in that, 7 o'clock time, 6:30 time, soup is a must. It's either, again, a broccoli soup or a pea soup or a tomato soup or a mixed vegetable soup. So these things that we keep on. So it's less carbs at night, more concentration, not more, but equal balanced concentration of carbs in the afternoon and morning is fine. Yes, that's what we do at least.
All right, let's go over to Nawaz. Nawaz, you're a fitness expert. There's a lot of weights that you take. You do need a lot of protein intake. If I can hear your diet from start to end.
So I want to share something interesting. There are many immune-building vegetables and spices and herbs. So particularly things like garlic, ginger, turmeric, cardamom, cinnamon, spinach in terms of the vegetables, broccoli. I actually make some dishes which are only with these immune-building vegetables and spices for everybody. So there's no argument with the children about eat this or no, you don't want that, etc., etc. This is what is made. You either eat it or you don't. Right. So it's very simple. Everybody gets it pretty much like medication anyway. In terms of my protein, My diet is very protein rich in any case, even plant based. So that continues. I am very light on starch. It doesn't agree with my system. It doesn't agree with my weight. It doesn't agree with my mood, my aging process, all of that. So I'm very happy with protein rich, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits and nuts, seeds. But that's always been the case, really.
Nawaz and Pooja, since we have experts on this panel right now, what are the best plant protein substitutes that one can get in India? Because I know it's packaged very well in in the States, etc. But in India, if we really want to source out plant protein, can anyone help?
Your soya, your sprouts are fantastic. Pooja can add in some more.
It's primarily your pulses and legumes, sweetheart. That's the only way. If you're looking at a packaged pea protein or a brown rice extract protein, there are commercially available ones in India as well. But from the natural kitchen, it's primarily your dals, pulses, sprouts, legumes, and soya bean, which will do the trick.
Great. All right. Pooja, if you can take us through quickly from breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what would you advise to people? What kind of portion size should you have with regards to protein, carbs, other variants in your dish?
Well, I always have believed that you have to have your 3 main meals having all the 5 fingers of nutrition, which is carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. The emphasis on proteins, especially for vegetarians, has to be higher at this time because you require good quality of proteins to be able to have good immunity because they are directly related to your leukocyte and your WBCs. So we do need to make sure that proteins is emphasized on all meals. My breakfast is usually eggs and bread. It's locked forever and ever. My lunch is always filled with lots of veggies and dal. And of course, I love my rice. So it's rice for lunch. And dinner is usually, we're trying to do different Conti dishes, just like Raveena said, so that the key variety factor or the fact that we are not eating out is not really missed.
Right.
The emphasis on all dishes at each meal, there are immune boosting foods that are given to all the kids. So for breakfast, eggs are their immune boosting food. For lunch, they usually have a teaspoon of fresh haldi, the ambe haldi. So I usually make like a small pickle with fresh haldi, fresh ginger, fresh pepper balls, and a whole lemon along with the rind. So all of these are chopped very finely, put into a little jar and kept to ferment for about 10-12 days. And after that, every day for lunch, we usually take a teaspoon of that.
Great. So you have something on the side just in case you want something, tangy to add to your meal. All right. I'm short on time here. Thank you very much, all of you. These are tips that will go a long way because this is the time that people are staying at home, trying their best to adhere to the lockdown norms, but it's also tough for them to not reach out to those favorite snackers. And here, listening to you, possibly will give them a tip or two on how to keep their weight in control. Thank you very much, all of you. And more importantly, I think what Pooja said the last time as well, supplements are an essential. So if you are not finding yourself accessing a whole meal, a nutritious meal, then do take your supplements in consultation with the right nutritionist there. So thank you so much for watching. It's all in the mind. Do stay fit, stay healthy. It's time to make a lifestyle change. Don't delay. Probably this lock time is the right time. Thank you for watching.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.